everyone, today I have a cooking video for you guys and I will be sharing with you guys how you can make easy peasy kesari in the comfort of your own kitchen. Since Deepavali is around the corner, so I thought of sharing this recipe with you guys. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into the kitchen!
The first step is to lightly fry a handful of cashew nuts. I've halved them and broken a couple of pieces down into smaller bits just so that they add a little bit more depth or texture to the kesari, and I've used the QBB pure ghee, and I think I only used about a tablespoon, just enough to fry these cashew nuts. Once the cashew nuts are starting to brown up, I transfer them to a plate and keep them aside. I'm using the house brand Semolina for this recipe. The next step is to dry roast a cup of semolina over low heat. After a couple of minutes of stirring, they should start to brown. I then transfer the roasted mixture into the plate as well. Then, being the lazy person I am, I'm using the same saucepan and I'm going to be adding 2 cups of water and bringing it to a boil since we are going to be using 1 cup of semolina for this recipe. Then I add a few granules of salt here. Moving on, I'm going to be adding 100 grams of castor sugar into this mixture. And another 100 grams of brown sugar to this recipe to give it more depth. Now all we have to do is just keep a lookout for the mixture to come to a boil. Once the mixture starts boiling, we then slowly add the roasted semolina together with the cashew nuts and slowly start stirring. At this point, this mixture is still very liquidy, but it is essential that we continue stirring just to avoid any lumps. I like to stir my semolina in batches just so that I feel like I have more control over the mixture. Here, I'm just pouring in the remaining bits of the semolina. I continue stirring the mixture on low heat and it should start looking somewhat like this. The mixture will start separating from the sides of the pan. Then I add some ghee into the mixture and continue stirring. The ghee acts like a shiny top coat for the semolina and makes stirring easy. And it should start to look somewhat like this, quite similar to a Play-Doh mixture. Once we have this, I'm going to put a lid on the pan. This will let the semolina swell up further and soak up any more remaining moisture and to firm up. See, what did I say? Super easy.
You have it. This is a piece of heaven in my hands right now. It's the ghee that gives a very smooth texture to this semolina dish. And I've added about 100 milliliters of both white sugar and brown sugar, but in fact it's just the orange sugar that's called brown sugar, if that makes any sense. And if you're a little bit more health conscious, you can actually cut down on the amount of sugar that goes into this recipe. And that's all I have to share with you guys. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll be seeing you guys very soon in my next video. Bye!